Okay, Real Sales Talk. Let's jump back in. Session 3 on follow up like a boss. Follow up like a boss. So, look, follow up like a boss is all about understanding that the fortune is in the follow up. We talked a lot about mindset and about some of the technicalities on how to take out the trash and how it's a numbers game and how really leads don't have value until I actually communicate with them. It's just data on a piece of paper. And to continue on the wavelength of mindset, let's really think about how I really need to be fanatical about lead follow-up, because that's where the money is made. I need to think about the time frame in regards to when I follow up. Now, one of the biggest setbacks I hear with newer agents when they're talking about follow-up is that they're just not doing it aggressively enough. And because the drunk monkey is chirping in their ear, right, on, oh, you don't want to come across salesy, or I don't want to bother people, or, I just don't want them to feel like I'm pressuring them. Completely legitimate. I would not want to feel that way either. And yet when they follow up, they've already gone in another direction. They've signed up with the new home builder. I had a new agent come into my office the other day and say that exact thing. Now, Coach told me long ago, that motivated prospects love assertive salespeople. Okay. Now, look, isn't it a matter of the fact that you're busy, I'm busy, we're busy, everybody's busy, and so the matter of the fact is that the kids, school, homework, cleaning the house, family came in, the holidays, work, and on and on. And so because we're all busy, right now might not be a good time for them to take your call or to even follow up with you. They are going to do something, but they're just not going to do something right now. Now, they may not do something, right? So that's my job to follow up to find out, are you just not answering my calls, or you're just not interested because you're really just not interested? You really weren't ready. You were kind of looky-looing on that open house. You were kind of perusing around the internet to find out what's going on, or you're just busy and you're just putting me off because you're just not ready to sit down and have that conversation yet. Because to them, in their mind, sitting down for the conversation equals commitment. Yeah, I heard a couple of you say it, right? Commitment. So if they're sitting down with you, that means some kind of commitment, and they're just not ready for that yet, or you haven't earned their trust yet. So when somebody tells you to follow up, we're going to go over a follow-up plan here in a minute. What does your follow-up look like in regards to how aggressively you're following up? Now, the stereotypical cut it in half rule, where somebody says, call me back in a month, and you call them back in 2 weeks. Or call me in a week, and I call them back in a few days, is relatively effective. And for you high S's and high I's out there, I can already hear you kind of cringing a little bit on, gosh, that's a little pressury. And the matter of the fact is that they barely remember your name, or they don't remember you. And because their life is so strong in regards to how busy they are, most times they don't even remember how long they told you to follow up with them. They're just trying to keep you at bay right now because their lives are so busy, and that's okay. Because my job is to ask good questions, ask them well, listen carefully, so that I can find out, can I help you or not? And either way, that's okay with me. So get excited and bring energy to re-inject rapport to the conversation so that you can carry better conversations. Well, what do I say? Well, that's where the mindset, the motivation script and the bridges script in the Real Sales Talk script book allows you to carry back into the conversation. Okay, so bring energy and re-engage with conversation that is directed in situation and motivation, so that you can reignite the conversation. Now, look, you're going to have to be intentional about that, and you're going to have to reactivate this conversation from where you were before, because they may not remember you so well, and they've already talked to a bunch of other people, and they're trying to figure out who were you again? When did I talk to you? So you can't wait. You must create that conversation of energy and enthusiasm, and doing it on a shorter timetable, a more assertive timetable on how you unpack when you're going to be following up with them. Okay, so where really is your mindset with this? You feel like you're bothering somebody. You feel like you don't want to come across as the salesperson. Keep in mind, to reiterate, people who are motivated love assertive salespeople. What's your mindset? What are you saying to yourself? How are you talking to yourself about how you love to help people, about how your service may change lives, about how what you do can really bring value to somebody's life? Or are you listening to yourself? And I don't want to bug people, and I hope that they don't think that I'm bothering them. And that sounds like a relatively assertive follow-up plan. I don't know if that's me. Do you really want to help people? And sometimes don't we need help in spite of ourselves, in spite of the people around us, in spite of some of these pre-programmed or preconditioned thoughts or beliefs or ideas or communication in my head? And so how can I be more assertive with my mindset in talking to myself that what I do brings value? And that, look, I'm not trying to force anybody into doing anything, but I am going to ask good questions. I'm going to be intensely curious on this follow-up to reactivate this conversation, to reignite this conversation so that I can bring more value to the table and bring great service, what you know you have, what you know you're capable of, what you know you're able to resource from the people around you. And if you don't, then you need to contact me and talk about Keller Williams and what's happening here at the Northwest Market Center in Austin, Texas, or what's happening in a market center near you. So, look, be intentional about your mindset. And the last session of following up like a boss, we're going to go through specific steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, on how you can be intentional and structured and specific on your follow-up, to follow up like a boss, to know that you can earn that fortune in the follow-up. And today we talked about mindset so that you can get there in 2018 and have the life worth living and the business worth owning. See you guys soon.